For this video, I'll be going through all of the best money methods from the recent event week in GTA Online. If you guys have not seen the event week, the bonus money in this event can still make you guys some pretty nice money. However, compared to the last two event weeks that we just had, you will not be able to make millions of dollars as fast, but with some luck, after watching this video, you will be able to make some really nice money without trying too much. So yeah, without any further ado, let's get into this video. To start things off, we have a super nice little bonus from the event, and this was to complete any free races to receive the Dark Manor Racing suit and a really nice $200,000 reward. If you guys do this and notice you don't get the money straight away, you will have to wait 72 hours, and any time in there, you will get this payout. I think this is a super nice bonus because you only need to complete the races, and you can do that solo. It does not mention anything about winning races, so I would do this as soon as possible. Free races really do not take long. For this example, I went into a HSW race because these things are extremely quick to complete, and I would also recommend to you guys to go into faster races. So if you have next gen consoles, go for the HSW races, or if you guys are on the old gen version, I would probably just start up the criminal records race, which is around the prison. That race is typically quite fast, so yeah, this should be a really nice and free $200,000. It will probably take you guys about 10 minutes to do this. You probably also noticed that the peyote plants have returned. Now I did try and pick one of these up, and you will not get any cash. You will only get some RP for collecting these things, but the RP amount for this is still not too bad. So if you wanted to collect all of these peyote plants, I would suggest that you go over to the website called GTA Lens or GTA EU. Both of these websites just highlight all of the collectibles, and it will just save you a ton of time. At this point, we now have to move over to the weekly reward, and in this event, it was to complete 3 Madrazo Hits to unlock that really nice $100,000 reward. So this weekly challenge paired with that sort of other weekly challenge for that $200,000 will be really nice together. Essentially, this will be a free $300,000. The first one for just driving in these races, and the second one will take a little bit longer because it is the Madrazo Hits, and these things will refresh daily. I will be going more in depth on these Madrazo Hits very shortly, but this will only take you 3 days. Honestly, not too bad. I sort of wish these things refreshed every hour or something. I normally just hate the daily things. Now, near the start of this video, I did mention the HSW races, and there was a really good reason that I'd use these instead of, for example, a standard race, and it is because they do have a triple money and RP bonus. So any of you guys playing on this next gen version, I would also recommend that you do the same thing. Triple money and RP really on anything is always just nice. It will be able to make you guys a lot of cash. Now, I did these races solo and of course went through them as fast as possible because I just wanted to unlock that $200,000. So you will see the payouts that I got were honestly not the best. I mean, I got $4,000 for one of them, but if I just waited longer in this race or even played with other players, this would have been such a bigger payout. The longer the race, the more money you pretty much get. And a lot of these HSW races, if you do one lap of them, really do go by fast. They take about a minute to complete, probably barring some of them, but this will still be a really fun way to make some good cash. And now for a money method that relates to the weekly reward, we have the Madrazo Hits with the double money and RP. I actually do not mind this. Unfortunately, the payout is still pretty bad in my opinion. So of course, to start a Madrazo Hits, you want to look for this icon on the map. When you get to this icon, you can then call Martin, and you are then tasked with taking out a target using a weapon of choice. If you use this weapon, you will get the bonus payout, so I always recommend that you do that. You will see here that I just had to use a sniper rifle, so pretty much a classic hit. And after this was done and I left the area, you'll see that I only got a $60,000 payout. I mean, it's not too bad for a free mode sort of mission, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not going to make you guys millions. And just the fact alone that it is a daily thing that you have to do or can do, we're not forced to do it or anything, I mean, but only $60,000, you guys could definitely do some better things. I would only recommend doing this for the weekly reward. Arguably, one of the better money methods in this event will be the featured series. This will have some standard double money and RP. The reason I think this is probably one of the better ones is because there is a ton of returning modes. They will all be adversary modes, so they can be really fun, and usually adversary modes do pay out some really nice cash, especially when they have bonuses. If you guys wanted to go ahead and find these things, if you just press the pause button, go to the online tab, select jobs, play jobs, Rockstar created, and then all the way down to the adversary modes, you can find them all in here. The only problem is if you guys play solo, the adversary modes will never be really good, but even so, I recommend playing these things at least once. You will definitely have fun if you play these things with friends. Even random players sometimes can make this really fun. But now guys, for the final bonus that we had had from the event, and in my opinion, this will be the best overall bonus. It will be the Nightclub Boosts. Now, I was going to put Nightclub bonuses, but it's not really a bonus that much. I think it's more of a boost in general. So this will be 2 times popularity on nightclub management missions, which can be quite useful. However, you can just do that trick to buy popularity, which I will show you. And then the big one there is the 2 times nightclub warehouse goods production speed. So that will definitely be one of the main money makers. Even with this double production speed though, it will make you guys money really slowly. And of course, with the nightclub, you will need to own the different technicians. And I believe you also need to own the different businesses and have them set up, or at least the businesses that you guys want to use. There is definitely a lot of things that go into the nightclub, and it can be quite confusing. But with this double production speed boost, this will be a great semi-passive business. And now is actually a really nice time to buy a nightclub because it will have a 30% discount, and this includes its upgrades and modifications. You will also see on screen that these nightclubs are really not that expensive. It also does not matter which location you buy. I would probably just recommend buying one closer to your other businesses. For this example, I have my nightclub close to the top of the city. It just saves me a small amount of time going from business to business. Unfortunately, from the event week, that was all of the things with an additional bonus. So now we have some really standard money methods. Of course, starting things off with the FIB Priority File. If you guys have the Dino Bros Garment Factory, you want to try and do this every single week. It will make you $300,000 or just a little over this, depending if you complete the challenges. This priority file was the project breakaway file. It won't be too bad to complete, I think. You do not have to even go for the bonus challenges. You can just complete the files and get this really nice and standard payout. It is sort of a weekly thing to do, so you have plenty of time before it refreshes. The same is also true with our next money method, which is the Salvage yard robberies. There is 3 new things to do here. So for those of you who have a salvage yard, you can complete the gangbanger robbery for the Benefactor SM722, the podium robbery for the Urbe Omnis, and the McTurney robbery for the Lampadati Casco. Compared to the last event week with their salvage yard robberies, this week's ones are much better. You can see the payout for them is really similar, all of them paying over $300,000 each. So as long as you guys sell these to Yusuf Amir, you can easily make over $1 million. And essentially you can do that pretty much every week with the salvage yard. And now I think it is really obvious, but the last money method that we have, as per usual, will of course be our time trials. In this event we had the premium race called Congestion Charge. The standard time trial was El Burro Heights, and the HSW time trial was East Vinewood to Vespucci Beach. The time trials are always pretty much just free money as long as you guys have a fast enough vehicle. Recently I have been using the Ubermac Niobe with the HSW upgrades. This car also has a 30% discount this week as well, so that would be a nice time to pick that up. I think it is just an incredible vehicle for doing these things. And on my PC account I actually did in fact sell my Hakachu drag bike just to have the Niobe instead because it is just as good, if not much better. So yeah guys, definitely do most of these money methods. If I was going to suggest one of them to you, it would definitely be the Nightclub Boosts. If you get these things set up first and then just leave them to run in the background, you can then do other things like the HSW Races for this event, or the Madrazo Hits, just really anything else, and the Nightclub can make you money in the background twice as fast. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below. What is your favorite money method? Like I already mentioned as well, I think the last 2 event weeks were so much better, just in terms of making millions, but even still, I think you can make a decent amount from these things. It just depends how often you guys play this week, especially from the Nightclub Boosts. But yeah guys, if you went on to enjoy this video or found it useful, leave a like. I always appreciate your support. And if you are new here and like what you see, subscribe and hit that bell icon to never miss a video. Finally guys, stay safe, thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.